starter has been grinding quite a lot. There's a grinding noise coming from the starter as the Bendix tries to engage the flywheel. So today I'm gonna shim it, and I'm gonna shim it with quarters to see if that makes a difference. And by the way, I was cutting the lawn earlier today and I broke the mower deck. There's something broken inside. Towards the end of the job, I felt like a big loud pop, and it appears that it comes from this side. So, yep, that's for another video. What could it be? I don't know. I gotta take all that stuff out. Now to move back the starter so I can put the shims in, or the quarters, it's easy. There's a nut on top and one nut at the bottom. That's it. Now the top one's already loose, so I'm gonna take out the bottom one now. And now I can move the starter back. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Yeah. Oh, the top one is a nut and the bottom one is a bolt. Makes sense. That way when you attach it from the top, it doesn't fall down. All right, so let me pull it back a little bit like so. There it goes. And I'm gonna put a quarter in there as a shim. And then I'll go on top and do the same. All right, let me see. That's super uncomfortable here. Okay, I'm gonna put, all right. All right, so here's a quarter. And I'm gonna put it right there. And then I'm gonna tighten this up and go above and put another quarter and tighten that up. I'll be back in a second, guys. All right, so the top shim or quarter is on. Now I have to tighten this down here. And then we're gonna try and start it. I gotta try the shim thing just in case maybe that is the problem. If that doesn't work, we'll go to step 2 or plan B. Before we go any further, I do have to say that shimming a starter, a 1950 starter AC Delco similar to what I have, is a bad idea, and you're gonna see why later in the video. Gotta try everything. Nope, shims don't work. Nah, something else. And there is fuel going into the carburetor, guys, because I can see it right there. Yep, I can smell it. So the fuel pump is working. There's a little bit of a fuel leak around the base right there, but I'll replace that gasket later on. Right now it's not a whole lot, it's just a couple of drops. Because of the way that this starter installs onto the bell housing, I don't think that shims is a solution because it's taking the Bendix farther away from the flywheel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out this starter and take a look at it, see what it looks like maybe on the inside. And what I mean by inside is that I'm gonna take a look at the Bendix gear and the solenoid. All right, guys, with the help of my wife, I can see whether or not the Bendix gear is touching or coming all the way out to meet the flywheel. Okay, Maria, you can go ahead and press it. Let it go. Press it. Let it go. You see that? It only comes up to maybe halfway to meet the flywheel. So putting the shims did not work, obviously, because it put the starter back a little bit. So yep, I'm gonna have to take it out. All right, let's remove this starter. It's only one bolt and one nut. It has one bolt in the bottom, like so, and one nut up on top. And that one nut, it's holding it up. There it is. I can take this nut out, and there's a washer back there too. All right, here it comes. It's a little heavy, but it's almost out. Get these wires out of the way, and here it is. I have a feeling I know what it is. It looks like the Bendix gears are a little bit rounded off on the edges. You see that? Could be that. I don't know if they're supposed to be straight up, but they look rounded. And they kind of go backwards a little bit. You guys be the judge. You tell me. The flywheel looks like it's in great shape, but not necessarily this Bendix gear. I'm gonna have to find another one and replace it. I mean, I don't know anything about Bendix gears. I don't know how to replace one, but I'll figure it out, like always. Yeah, this one looks straighter than all the others. I think that's my problem. One of them anyway. But I gotta check out the solenoid to make sure that's in great shape too. This gear is supposed to come all the way up. Well, let me push it with this thing. It's supposed to come all the way up. And it really doesn't. It just stays there, kind of like halfway. I may have too many washers here on this lever. All right, one more time, look at the gear. That's as far as it'll go. All right, what if I remove a washer or two? Well, let's take them all out and let's push this lever. Look at that. Oh, wow. Yep, it's the washers. You see how the Bendix gear comes all the way out now? Ding, ding, ding. That was one of my problems. Emphasis on was. Yep, the washers were preventing the Bendix from going all the way in. But why did I put the washers? Well, I took the washers because the foot lever does not bring this gear down all the way. And I thought that by putting the washers in there, that it will be enough to bring this all the way down. Look, there we go, like that. Yep. All right, so washers are out. I need to somehow force this all the way down with that foot pedal. Yep. Oh, that was my fault. The washers, anyway, were my fault. But if you look at a previous video that I did, maybe 2 months ago, you notice that when I have everything connected with the foot pedal levers, this just doesn't want to go all the way down. It doesn't want to push the solenoid switch down. It doesn't want to do it. I mean, the Bendix will come out, as you can see now. It'll come out all the way, but yeah, just won't push it in. Huh. And I could swear, and I could be wrong, I could swear that this switch was a slightly taller switch. It came all the way out to here, maybe about another 1/4 to 1/2 inch out, so this could reach it. But when I replaced this solenoid, I mean, I could be wrong. I can't remember back, 22, 23 years ago. I had a feeling that this switch was lower than the old one. But I'm looking at all the switches online and they look identical to this one. So how to extend this switch so I can reach this lever a little bit more? I don't know, guys. If I could be crazy, but All right, nothing wrong with the Bendix then. I mean, it does look a little rounded, but I think if I can make it, if I can force this lever to come all the way up like this, see that? All the way. Then we'll be golden. All right, I just learned something new today. But you know what, since I'm here, let's take out the solenoid. Solenoid should be fine, but just for giggles and laughs, let's take a look at it. Solenoid, look at that, it looks good. Let me save that screw. Where's the other one? Yep, solenoid looks clean inside. And the contact here looks good as well. Looks brand new. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that off a little bit. And I'm just gonna clean it up with a little bit of steel wool. I have, 4/0 steel wool. Yeah, perfect. And everything inside here is good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back. Oh, and let me show you, when I press the switch with this lever here, look what happens inside. It makes contact with this. Let me show you. See, it makes contact with that, and this is making contact with this at all times. And that's how electricity flows from one to the other. Okay. There's nothing wrong with the starter, guys. Absolutely nothing that I can see. It's working fine. I just need to find another solution, and let's go talk about that here in a second. And this is what I mean, guys. This lever won't come. See, it's hitting the back of the engine back there. You hear that? It needs to come down further. And it was always, but I don't know. For some reason, it won't reach. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to, replace that solenoid with a longer switch, but I may be able to replace this with a longer rod. See, it's hitting the back of the engine, and I really can't see it because it's between the firewall and the back of the engine. I cannot see it, so, but there's like a little washer over there. Let me see. Is it falling apart back there? And let me grab it with this magnet. Let's see. Full pedal connection is back there somewhere. I can't see it from where I'm at, but can you see anything? Is it connected? Okay guys, I'm on the other side of the engine, and you probably can't see it, but the foot switch from the inside of the car that I press to turn it on, it's right there. There's a lever, and I found a problem. There's a bolt from the bell housing to the engine that's loose, that's coming up, that's coming out, and it's preventing the foot pedal from going all the way in. That's my issue. It's a simple fix. Let me see if I can get the camera in there. It's very difficult to do. Alright, so here's the foot pedal, and there's a screw right back there. I'm touching it right now. I don't know if you can see it. You see that screw right there? It's preventing the foot pedal mechanism from traveling all the way down. This is my culprit. A loose screw. That's it. It was that simple. So what I had to do is tighten that screw, and I should be fine.
Alright guys, so I'm going to pause here for a second. I took a day off,
and I went to the Washington County Fair, which is about 45 minutes away from my house in upstate New York, and these are the things that I saw. Did he blow a piston? Look at that hat. This is a buff silky. Nice colors. Hey guys, this is gonna be my next tractor, right there. Tell me, what do you think about it? Maria, should I buy this tractor here or that one over there?
That one over there.
Oh, the new one. The big red one over there. All right guys, I found the tractor right there, this Kubota. Unfortunately, the budget doesn't allow. Like I was telling my wife, these are McCormick Farmalls. This is something I've always wanted. That's a 48, this is a 54. They're very similar. But these have been taken care of. Look at that engine. Yep. You never know, maybe someday. Now this is a Farmal H. It's a little smaller than the M and MD, but it's definitely something that I like. What year? I'm gonna guess somewhere between 45 and 50. Doesn't have a year anywhere. But yeah, look how beautiful this is. And I tried to tighten that bolt, but it's a little impossible to get my hand in there with a tool to do it. So what I'm gonna do, I need to take out this throttle linkage, which is kind of like in the way, and this spring. I'm gonna take this out and then try to tighten it. Even if it takes me all day, I have to do it because I cannot move forward with that bolt the way it is. Okay, what did I do? Well, taking that throttle linkage out, it's behind all of this. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. So I figured the only way to get a wrench back there is by cutting one in half. I have three of these, same size, 5/8. This is an old one I've had for maybe 30 years, and I decided just to sacrifice this one so I can, you know, maneuver it back there behind the bolt and turn it. Will it work? It better. I'm running out of options, but yeah, I think this will be okay. Ay, caramba. Okay, I got the bolt all the way in, and this is how I did it. Because there's very little space in there, and there's a bunch of levers and metal parts all over the place, I can only get something in, something this size. That's all I could get in. So I will go in with my hand, I will maneuver between all the parts, and I will stick this into the bolt, to the head of the bolt, and then, obviously I don't have enough leverage, and I couldn't because of the throttle lever that's in the middle. With this from underneath, I just pushed in a little bit at a time, and it took almost an hour, maybe not, maybe 15 minutes, 50 minutes, and until I got it in all the way. Yeah, all of this for one bolt. This entire video, it's about one bolt, and which I didn't discover till, you know, just recently. All right, caramba, so I'm all beat up, I'm all tired, I'm scratched all over my arms. Let me show you. Yeah, so you see all these sharp ends. My arm was resting on this. Then I had to get my hand through there, and there's a bunch of levers and metal parts everywhere. And you probably can't see it, but the bolt, it's all the way in. Let me point it out with this tool. It's my magnet. Right there. Right there. Yeah, you probably can't see it, but it's right there. Too many things in the way. But anyway, I'm done with that. Oh, and by the way, this is where I store my onions right now. What I took from the garden last week, and I took a few inside, and my wife tried them out, and she said these are great. I mean, they're firm, they're kind of crunchy, and she loves the smell and the taste of them. Yeah, some of them are small, but they're still good. Yep, I know they look pretty bad right now with the dirt and all. I'm gonna clean them up a little bit in the next couple of days, and yeah, just leave them here in this cardboard box right here in my garage. I can put them up in bags, not plastic bags, the bags with little holes in them. Yeah, you want them to get air from all sides. But here for now, it's good. I don't have that many, and probably this will go in a month or month and a half. No, I'm guessing I don't cook, so I don't know. It could last 6 months for all I know, but I'm guessing a month and a half. So anytime we need onions, we just come here and grab a couple. Yeah, they're small, but they're tasty. My wife said that some of the big ones that she buys at the supermarket have no flavor, but these do. Yeah, don't be fooled by the size. These came out very, very tasty. I know, this is a video about a 1952 truck, the starter, and a couple of bolts. Why am I talking about onions? I don't know. I saw them, I wanted to talk about them. All right, guys, so now it's time to put the starter back in. It's gonna be easy because it has this bolt up here, right there, and it rests on that. And then from underneath, I can put the bolt through the starter into the bell housing. All right, so it's been bolted on, and the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and install the spring, and then I'm gonna operate the foot lever to make sure that it's reaching all the way down to the switch. There it is, it's on. Now I need to go inside of the truck and test it. Now recall that, you know, for those of you that have been following me for a long time, recall that the reason all of this began was because I was pressing the foot switch and it did not reach all the way down. And hence the reason why I put 4 washers in here, but that was the mistake. The problem that I had was that bolt all the way in the back of the engine. Will it reach all the way down and press the switch? We're about to find out. Will it reach? I don't know. My wife's not here, so I have to set up another camera on the other side. But definitely the foot pedal goes down a lot more because of that bolt. It's not in the way. Let's take a look at the other camera's footage. There we go. I can hear the roosters. Let's see. I'm about to find out. Did it go all the way down? Because if it does, then that means that the Bendix is going all the way in. And yes, it's going all the way in. Look at that. Unbelievable. That makes me happy. I found the solution to a problem that I knew that I've had since about 2003 was when I first noticed it, and I couldn't figure it out till now. Wow, unbelievable. Will it reach? I don't know. My wife's not here, so I have to set up another camera on the outside. But definitely the full pedal goes. Will it reach? I don't know. My wife's not here, so all right, let's connect everything. All right, guys, so we're ready. I just reconnected the negative battery terminal. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the choke. There should be no more grinding from the starter. However, if it doesn't start, then we can focus on the ignition next. But it should turn over like it was before, because now that foot switch, it's gonna work. There we go, no grinding. Let's do it again. Let's pour some gas down the carburetor. That wasn't necessary because when I work the throttle manually, I can see gas going in. All right. Starter is working a little bit better than before. So let's try something else.